So the other day at work, we had a couple conversations that were, I don't know, they struck me. For whatever reason, we started talking about NASCAR, and I don't watch NASCAR. I don't know anything about it. But you know what I love? I love people who love something so much. Like if you're into anything so much, if you love Elvis, if you love NASCAR, if there's something that you're like, you just are obsessed with, for whatever reason, I don't give a shit what it is. I love it. NASCAR people, they're fucking crazy. Well, they used to be real crazy. I think they've toned it down a little bit. They got a different crowd now, different, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the NASCAR, but I'm just saying. I love people like that. I don't even know what started that conversation. Oh, because somebody talking about, oh, we used to watch NASCAR, but we don't anymore, but we like this racer, not this racer. And like, so many people had really heavy thoughts on it. And I was like, they're driving around in a circle. And then I was talking about wrestling, and I was like, I love people who love wrestling too. And then a girl at work was like, real wrestling or like what kind of wrestling? And I was like, what do you mean what kind of wrestling? She's like, well, like MMA. I was like, well, that's not wrestling, that's MMA. That's different. I'm talking about like Hulk Hogan, which I don't even know if that's still a thing. But I'm going to find out about it. But I took some notes. Because we were talking about that, and we're talking about NASCAR, and then we're talking about people that have no common sense, which is a lot of the public. Gotta get my notes out. And then I felt really bad about that, because I know a little about some things, but I don't know a lot about a lot of things. And I don't have a ton of common sense. Maybe that means I got street smarts. I'm not really sure I don't really know how that works. I don't really feel like I have a lot of street smarts either, but we'll get working on it. So I'm gonna call myself out on this one, because I even actually enjoyed this story. Sad. I was in such a sad place when this happened. It was a couple years ago. It was cold. Winter. I don't say winter, but it was pretty fucking cold. It was cold outside. And I worked at neurology, and I had to like hoof it like, I don't know, half mile to my fucking car to fucking Lot X. So I got out, it was like 5 or something, cold as shit, and my little beep 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 thing wouldn't open the van. I said car, it was my van. It wouldn't open my van. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I eventually figured out my battery was dead. Like my key fob wasn't nothing. So I had to like take my key fob apart, get the little key out and get in there. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm not sure at what point I figured out my battery was dead. I assume I probably called Doug crying, which is my go-to method of anything. And I called like the security office at Mizzou, and they were like, no, we can't help you. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's cold outside. I'm in the fucking employee parking lot, and you guys aren't going to come give me a jump. And they're like, we're not supposed to do that anymore. And I was like, okay, cool. So then like some other people in the parking lot couldn't help me. I had jumper cables. So I called my friend. She came through. She was like, I will meet you there. I don't know how to jump a car, but we can figure it out. And I was like, I am stressed. Like, I'm maxed out at this point. I'm like, I got him in the parking lot. But it's so cold. And just, like Doug's not there. And I don't know what to do with anything. So anyway, she showed up, and I got my jumper cables out. And she was like, do you know how to do this? I was like, I don't know how to fucking do it. I was like, I don't know. So I called Doug, because I was like, well, no, and I'm terrified. What I think is going to happen is you're probably going to blow something up, because if you don't hook it up right, that's what I think happens. I don't think I've ever seen it happen. I don't even know if they've done a Mythbusters on that bullshit, but I assume something really bad's going to happen and shit's going to come flying. So I duck for cover, but I called Doug, and I was like, okay, we have the jumper cables. I can't recall specifically, but I'm pretty sure I was sobbing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was. And I was like, there's a jumper cables. Like, I don't know what to do. And he was like, okay, Kate, like, Jesus Christ, what'd you have to do? And he's like telling me all this stuff. Like, and here you go. And I mean, God bless this man for sticking it out with me. I was like, and I'm like crying still. And I got him hooked up. And I said, swear to God, which car do we start first? There was a pause. And I was like, and he goes, Kitty, only one of the fucking cars will start. And I was like, oh my God. And then I hung up. I just got off the phone. I was like, I'll figure it out from here. Fucker. Got it. Thanks for nothing. Got my band jumped. But just whenever y'all talk about people with no common sense, sometimes people get stressed out and they're in sketchy situations and they don't know what's going on and they're uncomfortable. It happens. It happens. And I always call myself out on that because everybody needs to fucking know. You know what? Another kind of person I like are people who can own their flaws. Just love it. Like, I know don't always say the smartest shit, but I own it, so it's okay. It makes me feel okay. And I love people like that. Yeah, those are my things. Common sense and people who really love stuff. I don't have either one of those. I don't think there's anything like I really, really love. I like koozie cups. I like to drink beer. Oh, I really love my deck. Like, that's pretty cool. Love my animals. But some people are like crazy about things, and I don't think I'm crazy about anything. I'm a little crazy about everything, but not just one specific thing. So, probably gonna look into that a little more. Doug's got a lot of things he's really crazy about. He gets a lot of hobbies, does a lot of things, but I don't really have any. But, oh, common sense thing again. Just, I know. I'm sorry that you guys have to listen to me tell embarrassing stories about myself. One more, then I'm done. We were going to, I don't know if it was last time or the time before, when we were going to Disney. We were driving, and it was like the middle of the night. And I stay awake with Doug. And I was like reading the road signs, and I'm like, oh. And it was like the Jack Daniel's Distillery. And I was like, Jack Daniel's Distillery? I was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I didn't even know this is in Missouri. Like, why have we never gone here? Like, are you kidding? And Doug was like, Katie, we are driving to Florida. We left the fucking state. We are in Tennessee. I was like, well, this isn't over for a drive. We should definitely come back here and tour it. We have not done that, but I'm down to do that once things get back open up, which Tuesday. Hey. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. I'll chat at y'all later.